Hi guys, welcome to my mind log. I always thought this channel would just be for fun, random videos, random thought. If people watched, great. We'd have fun together, and even if no one watched, that was fine too, because honestly, I was doing it for myself anyway. What I never imagined was that one day I'd be making video about this, because this topic it's deeply personal. It has always been close to my heart, and while I have always cared about it, I never wanted to talk about it publicly because it's comfortable, it's messy, it's exhausting. But some things need to be said. No, I used to look down on people who were ashamed of where they came from. I really did. I used to think, how can you be embarrassed of your own root, your birthplace, your culture, your identity? You should wear it proudly on your sleeve. I grew up in typical middle class family in Bhagalpur, Bihar. I was born there. I spent my first 18 years there, my education, my childhood, my foundation all in Bihar, and never, not once did I feel ashamed to say I am from Bihar. But that was me. Even today, if someone asks me where I am from, I don't hesitate. Bihar. It comes out instantly because yes, Bihar has flaws, but tell me which state doesn't. Every place has problem, and I have always believed instead of running from those flaws, we should work to change them. I believed I could represent Bihar better. I could help change the perception. But recently, the news coming out of Delhi shook me. For the first time, I understood why some people hide where they are from, why they stay quiet, why they lie. Because sometimes it feels safer to suppress your identity than to be judged for it. And that realization, that hurt. Because no one should ever feel like they need to hide their root just to be treated like a human being. I am an engineer. I have lived outside Bihar since 2019, first for college, then for work here in Bangalore, Karnataka. So it's been 7 years, and because of my education, my profession, and frankly my privilege, I have mostly existed around in educated circles, college student, corporate offices, professional spaces, which means I have only experienced the milder version of regional prejudice, the polished version, the socially acceptable version. Things like, oh, you don't look like you're from Bihar. Or have you ever heard, wow, you're so different. I thought Biharis were loud, rude, and chaotic. These backhanded compliment, prejudice disguised as surprise. And maybe my degree, my profession, my privilege protected me. But let's be honest. If I were a 21-year-old delivery worker working late night trying to survive, would I be treated the same way? Probably not. And that reality is disturbing. Because what was his fault? Seriously, what was his crime? That he was poor? That he had an accent? That he come from Bihar? We are essentially the same. We both. We left our home, we left our family, we sacrificed our comfort, we work relentlessly for our better future. Whether someone is coding a software or carrying brick, labor is labor, dignity is dignity. Bihar's people are everywhere, building this country, running it, supporting it. According to some official figures, around 57 lakh people from Bihar live outside the state. Realistically, it's probably much more. These people contribute every single day. They may be building your software, delivering your food, constructing your home, fueling your economy. Their sweat is in the foundation of this nation. You cannot benefit from their labor and then insult them for their identity. And that is what makes me angry. How do you justify mistreating your own countrymen simply because they belong to a particular geography, because they are poor, because they speak differently, because it's trendy to mock Bihar? That's not humor. I recently saw an interstate marriage reel on Instagram, bride from Kerala, groom from Bihar, a genuinely sweet video, but then I opened comment and honestly it was disgusting. The hatred, the classism, the mockery. And I couldn't help but think if even educated spaces are filled with this mindset, then we still have a very long way to go. Yes, people joke. Bridge got stolen in Bihar. Ha ha ha, so funny. Road got stolen in Bihar, and somehow that becomes the national stereotype. But corruption exists everywhere. Crime exists everywhere. Political failures do exist everywhere. Yet Bihar has become India's favorite punching bag because hating Bihar has become normalized, trendy, socially acceptable. And that normalization is dangerous because it turns millions of people into stereotypes, into jokes, into targets. We have seen one example recently. This conversation is frustrating, it's painful, and honestly, it shouldn't even be necessary. But here we are. Let me say this very clearly: being Bihari is not an insult, it's not something to hide. We are not your punchline, we are not your punching bag, and the sooner we learn to separate economic struggle from human worth, the better we become as a nation. Because regionalism, classism, and selective prejudice are rotting us from within. It's not cool, it's not trendy. I am from Bihar and I will not whisper it.